Hello CS50 community, this is my project 1, Wiki. Let's start with the entry pages. Here in the address bar where the localhost URL is, if I type /wiki/ an entry title, there are two possible scenarios. If the entry exists, we will be redirected to its page, for example HTML. On the other hand, if the entry doesn't exist or it's misspelled, like HTML, we will be presented with an error page. There are no results for HTML. Well, the user can correct its mistake. HTML, everything is fine. The index page displays a list of all the pages available in the encyclopedia. You can visit each one of the pages just by clicking on its title, for example, Django or Python. Also, the user is able to type a query, for example, git. If the query matches an entry title, the user is redirected to that page, for example, git, the git page, or CSS, the CSS page. If the query doesn't match an entry title, the page will display all those entries where the query is a substring of its title, for example, the letter H, HTML and Python, or just ITH, Python. Or maybe the query doesn't match anything. There are no results for that. Let's go back home. Now let's create a new page. For example, Visual Studio Code. Had this already prepared. Now let's add some Markdown syntax. A link for the download. It's here, go Visual Studio. We click here on Submit, well, this button, and we will be redirected to the new entry. Now, let's see what happens if we try to add a page that already exists. For example, again, Visual Studio Code. Well, there's a message. Visual Studio Code entry already exists. Click here to be redirected. Okay, it's fine. If we want to make a contribution to this entry, we can edit. Okay, the pre-populated content, maybe just available for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Submit. Now it's the modified content. Okay, the random page just shows us a random entry. Just Python, Git, Django, Python. And the Markdown to HTML conversion, every time we create a new page, a file is saved on our entries folder inside our project. Here we can see our Markdown file for the Visual Studio Code entry, a Markdown file for Python, and for all the entries. And that's all. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.